Good afternoon, guys. Today we are going to discuss about a Remdevisir antiviral injection. What is this Remdevisir? Yesterday we have learned that it was invented for the cure of Ebola, right? For preventing the infection of Ebola virus, but which comes from bats, fruit-eating bat. Okay, and this is the simple thing we have learned yesterday, right? It was developed by Gilead for preventing infection of Ebola virus. Okay, and related viruses. Okay. Okay, for this it was invented in 2014. Okay, 2014 year it was invented because that was the time when Ebola it was epidemic in those southern southern Africa and African countries, right? Most of the Africa countries, even in southern America, it was prevalent for some extent. To prevent that infections, it was invented, and whole monopoly was with this US based pharmacy, which it has the patent of producing this antiviral. Okay. Okay, after the pandemic, I mean after the 2019 ending and from 2020 onwards, COVID-19 cases started to increase, and there was no time to produce new antiviral for this coronavirus, so people were checking their shelves. Then they found this one, what is remdesivir antiviral. Even our India has come up with some its own drug, right? That is anti-malarial drug, hydrochloric, right? Okay, okay. It was, I mean, it was showed some results, and given WHO has authorized its use. I mean, it gives guidelines, so directions to the medical, I mean, health authorities in the world. Okay, it has the best potential, can be used in high doses without causing toxicity. From this sentence, is you can understand what is the main use of this remdesivir. The main use of remdesivir is it actually prevents the replication of virus. Suppose this virus entered our body, it stopped the replication, multiplication of that virus, and giving rise to reduction in that infection. Okay, this is the case. Okay, okay. Let us know how that virus replicates. First, after that antigen. Antigen means any foreign body. Here the antigen is coronavirus. This is the coronavirus. This is the RNA virus. Okay, it entered human. In human, how it gets attached? In our human cell, it get from here, it will enter our lungs. From there, it starts to get attached to human cells like this, like a key. This is human cell. Okay, then that whole genetic material gets into that cell, and from there, using this enzyme RDRP enzyme, the virus starts to replicate. This is not a sun. Okay, this is a virus. So here from this you can understood that this was acting as a polymers. Polymers is nothing but replicate, means that actually replicates the virus, makes huge number of viruses. So from this we understood that if we block this enzyme, we can completely eliminate the replication of this thing, right? That is the key thing of stopping this infection, right? That is the main imitation of remdesivir as well. What does remdesivir do? So, okay, what we have seen, D promotes replication, right? Means multiplication. Okay, suppose after injecting remdesivir, what happens is, in place of RDRP, remdesivir goes and mimics, means acts. So there is no, means it actually blinding this RDRP. In place of that, it comes, see, when the patient is remdesivir, the inhibitor, it mimics some of the material and gets incorporated in the replication site. Okay, placing the material it needs, the virus fails to replicate. So there is no RDRP. So in place of remdesivir cape, so no replication. So disease get reduced. See, that's it. Okay. If there is an excellent drug, why the why the people are unable to get this remdesivir? Okay, I already told that remdesivir was under the monopoly of Gilead, right? USA based. If they give this patent to others, they will be not having enough profits, or else they will be getting huge losses, because they have invented with a lot of billions of dollars of innovation, R&D, lot of stuff. So they have to get all these things and some amount of profits, right? Even getting these profits, they were reluctant to give that rights. So, but when situations like COVID and pandemics happen, see, pandemic means whole earth is affected from disease. Suppose a disease is restricted to one country. So, suppose malaria is epidemic in India. In rainy seasons, it becomes huge. Huge number of malaria cases come. It becomes epidemic. Like that, if any epidemics or any catastrophic things happen, what happens is, there is a need. There is a health crisis. So there is a uncontrolled situation. So we need solution. There is a way for that to escape from that monopoly of some patent. Okay, what is that? We'll see. That is nothing but compulsory licensing. A compulsory license is a license issued by the government that allows a company or seeking intellectual property to use it. So and so what is that? Suppose I told that monopoly over the remdesivir was only with Gilead. So in these kind of situations like pandemics, what the so and so country is unable to restrict that virus, so they give direction to that the government gives direction to that manufacturers in their country, that we are giving you a license, uh, that is compulsory license, produce its generic version, means duplicate like version, but duplicate in the not sense e- efficacy, duplicate in the sense name. Okay, that's it. Then some other names they will be using it. So you will find some will be coming with Remivid, Flabby Flu, something, Remivast. These kind of, with these kind of generic versions they will come out. Okay, is it free? No, the company which is producing it has to pay some uh, has to pay fee to the original developer, that is Gilead. They are being paid. Okay, what is the, see, right, India is the pharmacy of world. So most of the drug industries, generic industries are in India. So if India gets this compulsory licensing given by its own country, it can produce millions of doses, and it can export. But there is a drawback. Compulsory licensing has to be issued its in own country, and it is to be used, and the drugs used to be used domestically, not for export. That's the reason in the present situation, so many cases, more than 4 lakhs are coming, I mean, incidenting every day. So and other countries like Russia is showing reluctance, because even it has given compulsory licensing in its own country, but it can't export. So that's the reason other countries are unable to give doses to us. That's the reason. And this is one reason that is unable to get. But suppose, even why, okay, India is a pharmacy, but how, why unable to produce remdesivir? because there are not enough raw material. India needs raw material. India is not a producer of raw material. India is a producer of medicines, but it gets raw material from other countries. Okay, so there are so many restrictions. That's the reason there is a uh, reduction, I mean, less stocks of remdesivir in countries. That's the reason. So a generic version of remdesivir, which is 2000 to 1500 in black market, is being sold for more than 40,000. That is the reason. Even it has higher efficacy, but in time of this kind of situations, people should not be doing that. That is against ethical values. People who are to protect, who has taken the job profession to protect people, they shouldn't be doing those kind of activities. Okay, under what thing? I mean, this is under Indian Patents Act as well as TRIPS. TRIPS is a is a agreement. So those are all regulations for global trade, World Trade Organization. Under WTO, this agreement is there. These are the property rights aspects. Okay, even a compulsory license can't be given right after the invention. For giving any compulsory license, country has to wait for 3 years. Any country. I will give you example. Have India gave any compulsory licensing before remdesivir? Yes, that is that is a anti-cancer drug, anti-cancer medicine. What is that? See, Necas, that is a anti-cancer drug for kidneys. Okay, Nexavar, it is an anti-cancer medicine, but its patent was with Bayer. You know how much is the 120 tablets box cost? It is around 2 lakhs. A person who is suffering with a cancer will able to afford this thing? No, absolutely not. So India gave compulsory during that circumstances. India gave compulsory licensing to this drug to NATCO. This is the Indian pharmaceutical PSU, which produced a generic version of this Nexavar and made available to anti-cancer, made available to cancer patient. At what cost? 8,000. So these kind of situations, Indian government can issue. Okay, you'll ask me a question, right? Why can't this happen to? Why can't we use this compulsory license to vaccines? We already dealt with these things, right? Drugs, all those are drugs, antivirals, those are medicines. Okay, regulations of these kind of medicines, there are two things. One is patents, another is trade secret. Patents are nothing but suppose reverse engineering means in name of a reverse engineering you can issue patents. So patents can be eliminated for producing that so and so drug. Then what is this trade secret? Trade secret is nothing but process to produce that any medicine. This trade secret is not present in this drugs. Okay, no trade secret. So it at any suppose so company X company produces any motor vehicle. It is giving 62 mileage. Other company will what do it will purchase this thing and suppose the X company want to make similar version of its own scooter or something. It brings it opens its part, weight, it checks what is weight, what is its cylinder, sorry, that is a combustion engine, everything it checks and reverse engineers and founds that they have added these kind of things and made. And even after 2 to 3 months they will release its own motorcycle with same performance. That is the thing of patents. So they will check all the things which are present in molecules present in the drug and reverse engineer it and bring their own generic version. Generic means I already told you some other versions. Okay, then why it is not available with vaccines? Okay, here regulator is, let it be its own country's WT, trade related regulator, or it may be WTO. They have they can give guidelines or they can restrict one country, so they can do that. It can be any its own countries or else WTO. Okay. Okay, vaccine. So, I said trade secret is a process. Means for producing any vaccine generically, the trade secret, that is process. Process has to be followed as followed in the original innovation. That means suppose X company produces vaccine through which process, one, two, three, 2, 4, 5, 6 process it has produced, it has developed some vaccine. But suppose even generic manufacturer, why want to produce this vaccine here? He cannot reverse engineer it and produce it, because they have followed all the clinical trials and launched in the market. But if this person reverse engineers this vaccine and produces same vaccines, what is the truth, whether this vaccine works, or whether it is threatens the health of that person? There is no details, right? No reports, no any clinical trials. But this has passed that clinical trials. If they want to uh, reverse engineer it and do it, they will take at least 1 year to 2 years to go under clinical trials, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and launch it into the market. Has But this can't happen, right? People will die if this much years to take place. Means so what is the way? We need to get license, direct license from the main innovator, or else we can't produce it. If we want to produce it, it will take so many years. Rather than doing that, we have to take line. This is what restricting uh, few countries, manufacturers like India, to get other vaccines like Pfizer, Moderna, everything. They are not being allowed to produce these things because this is a the secret which is restricting. These are not my words. Actually, this was given in today's article in editorial. You can check out that one. That is the government committed to vaccine equity? In that, the last two paras were dedicated to this topic. You can check that. This is given in the Hindu newspaper editorial. You can find there. Thank you. I hope you like this video. If you like this, let me know how you can know me. You just need to like this video. Thank you. And share to your friends.